Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to just say this. Can you all give yourselves a round of applause for staying with us for this long? We really, really appreciate it. That was the final panel for today and, of course, for the conference. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage Jonathan Dixon, who will be giving his closing remarks. It has been a pleasure being your MC, and those who are staying in Cape Town, please do enjoy yourselves. I know some of you are continuing to other parts of South Africa. Really, it has been a pleasure having you at the most southern tip of Africa. Enjoy, and Jonathan, the stage is yours.
Wonderful and great to see so many of you still with us. Thank you, Matlatsi, also Tembisa, for a wonderful job moderating, keeping us on time in such a stylish way these past few days. This now brings us to the end of what I hope you agree has been an excellent 2 days of important discussions, networking, collaboration, in support of our conference theme of the role of insurance in supporting societal resilience. We've had a record-breaking number of participants, a record turnout with more than 500 people from more than 100 jurisdictions. So truly a global conference. It was, I think, an incredibly fitting way to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the IAIS. And what I neglected to say yesterday is that this also coincides with what is the 30th anniversary of the new South Africa. 30 years ago, in 1994, this country saw its first democratic elections after decades of apartheid government. What emerged from that was widely referred to as the Rainbow Nation, a country that at the heart of its constitution, had the embracing of diversity and inclusion. And you will have seen that diversity is an intrinsic part of everyday life in South Africa, not something that's a theoretical discussion, but rather a very familiar theme. Yes, one that causes debates and challenges, but ultimately it's part of the fabric of life that is embraced because as South Africans, it makes us who we are. So this is the background that I came from when I joined the IAIS 7 years ago, and I found a home here in this association in the fact that similarly, diversity is a part of who we are. We have learnt that it's not a detriment, rather it is a key strength of the association, and we've been consciously nurturing inclusion to really gain from the full benefits of our diversity through inclusive policies. This week, yet again, I think like South Africa did 30 years ago under Nelson Mandela, we've demonstrated how, despite the fact that we may have come from different markets, different systems, different approaches, we have overcome these differences through dialogue. Sometimes scratchy dialogue, but always dialogue that at its heart has been constructive, because ultimately, as a global community of insurance supervisors, we've had the same goals. And this week, we've shown that these common bonds have allowed us to finalize even the most challenging of global standards and to cross the finish line together. So I think our bonds as an association are stronger than ever. And as we start the next chapter of our journey, we are well fortified, which is a good thing, because as we've heard this week, the challenges are growing. And the role for the insurance sector and insurance supervisors to be part of the solution to pressing challenges of societal resilience is greater than ever. But I think we're ready for it. With that, I wanted to give a heartfelt thank you to my old colleagues and friends that have made this week's fantastic events run so smoothly. So, of course, to Governor Lesetja Kganyago from the South African Reserve Bank, Fundi Shazabana from Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank, Unati Kamlana, Commissioner of the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, Fazana Badat, Deputy Commissioner of the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, and Kerwin Martin, Head of Banking and Insurance Supervision at the Reserve Bank, for hosting us together with the entire Reserve Bank, Prudential Authority and FSCA team that helped to pull this together in such a great way. And I'd like to express my thanks to the fantastic team in the Secretariat. Hannah, Melanie, Marie-Therese, Joe, Malou, you've done a great job. And finally, a thank you, obviously, to our distinguished speakers and panelists, but also to all of you, because we made this a very interactive session these last day and a half. And I think the conversations have been not only inspiring, but also great food for thought and great input for our work going forward. So as we close, first reminder, you should see a QR code coming up. Please complete our feedback survey. We are focused on continued improvement, but just to say it's been a true pleasure hosting you here in my home country, and to feel like I could invite you to my home. I hope you've had a wonderful and valuable week and a couple of days for those in the conference, and I wish you a good journey home with, I hope, many good memories along the way. And with that, thank you, and we'll close out with a video from our next year's host of our annual conference, Albania, and look forward to seeing you in November next year. Thank you.
In a Europe that has been tamed and explored, with rules and order in every single corner, from the supermarket to the bus stop, Albania is the last defender of the rugged, a place where the mountains have no roads, the rivers flow wild, and the beaches are unspoiled by the concrete and promenades you find elsewhere, where adventure is not led by velvet ropes or lonely planet guides, but simply by the feet in your shoes and the spirit in your heart. Questions and unknowns are answered with the inviting smile of locals, rather than the automated and collated search results, where a holiday can melt away your routine and reinvigorate your zest for the undiscovered and the grit of nature beyond the map. Albania, unparalleled, exceptional, and authentic.